Alright, hello and welcome back to another video here on Sequoia, and yeah, it's 2019 now, and I realised that it's been a while since I made a what's in my bag video. And yeah, since I made the last ones, things have changed, quite a lot. So yeah, I'm going to be going through this bag right here. And the bag, for starters, is the Low Pro Fastpack 350. It's a big ass bag. It's not the best thing for light traveling, but at least, it can fit a lot in and it gets the job done. So yeah, we'll have a look around this thing, see what we've got in here. Obviously, there are three things which aren't in there, which I think you can probably guess, but I'll tell you in a minute. So I guess we might as well start with the top right here. So I'm going to be going away for a fair bit this summer probably, and so this is what I'll be taking with me. I might get a new bag, I'll see, but the stuff inside will be relatively the same. So obviously, when I'm flying and traveling and stuff, I like to have my headphones. These are the Sennheiser Momentums, which I've had them a while. There is a second generation out, but these sound fantastic. They're not noise cancelling, which is a bit annoying for a plane, but they didn't cost me much. So these are good. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, camera charger, the A7. The good thing is about this is that it uses USB Type-C, and so I can just have this with a USB connector and use the same cable that I use for my phone with this. So it means I have to take less cables, which is always good, saves a lot of space. And then thirdly, we've got my intervalometer. It's just another cable. Intervalometer, which basically is my time-lapse machine. So if you know what this is, yeah, it's a machine for time-lapsing. So when I used my G7, it did have an app which allowed you to do time-lapsing in that, but the A7 doesn't. So I need one of these, and it means that I can press the shutter when I'm not creating vibrations on the camera. So yeah, I do a lot of time-lapses when I'm away, so this is a must. What else? And yeah, and then we've got sort of a GorillaPod, even though it's not a GorillaPod, it's a knockoff from Lamco something. But yeah, this holds just about the A7 with the Tamron lens. It's probably in the maximum weight I'd want to hold on this thing. When I'm using it for sort of a vlogging setup, which I don't do often, it's more for just really low shots. But yeah, this thing, it works well, it bends nicely and it stays in place. It's a good way to stay in shape. Give that a like if you get that joke. I assume not many people will. Yeah, microfiber cloth, clean lenses and stuff. And then we've got spare battery and my only USB charger for my G7 batteries. It does come with a plug charger, but I got this one for USB powers just so I don't have to take another plug, because plugs are annoying. Yeah, and that's everything that's in the top, pretty much. And then around the side, I always take my lats off, of course, which is the Dell XPS 15. I absolutely love this thing, apart from the cooling. It thermal throttles quite a lot, which I think I mentioned in some videos. But yeah, the reason I got this thing was because it is so thin and light, and it's just perfect for taking away. I did want to have a bit of gaming performance, so it has a 1050 Ti. So if I want to, I can play games on the go, but the graphics card makes it really nice for video editing without having to have an entire big ass computer for it. Right, yeah, so that's everything apart from, I'll go this way around, apart from the main compartment, which is where the exciting stuff is. So let's get in there. Before I do go in, the stuff that isn't in there is of course the A7 Mark III with the Tamron 28 to 75mm to f2.18, the Rode SmartLav Plus, and the Zoom H1, because obviously I've got to make this video. On the top, we've just got a USB adapter, which occurs micro USB, CFast, and micro SD. So yeah, I use that with all my stuff. And a little portable charger, which I don't think I've ever used in my life, because I usually have my big one. Well, I do take my big one, I just don't have it with me right now. And then yeah, in the main compartment, magic stuff is, we'll go through worst to best. So my lens cleaning spray from Zeiss, I would definitely recommend this stuff. Just this and a microfiber cloth, cleanse everything you want off your lens, gets any grease off, dust, it's perfect. What else we got here? A notepad, because I don't know really. See what's inside. Oh yeah, that's right. So for things like astrophotography, I'll put my favorite settings on and time-lapse settings for different scenarios. Shot lists for if I have any ideas of things that I want to take photos of. Like when I was in Dubai, I have a list in here of specific things that I want to take pictures of, which half of which were under construction anyway, so I didn't actually get to take photos of them. But yeah, got a notepad. That's good. It's good for organization. And then we've got my SanDisk SSD with its cable. And yeah, oh yeah, speaking of which, this is a USB cable from SATA. So I had this inside my computer, but then I sold the computer, but thought I'd keep the SSD because it'd be useful. It's nice and fast. I can edit off this thing, which is nice. I don't have to transfer the files on and off of another hard drive, but then yeah, got it connected to USB 3. So works nicely with my laptop. And yep, spare batteries for the intervalometer. The Rode Video Micro with a little dead cat. Yep, and then yeah, got the microphone there. It's good stuff. I don't use that very often because if I want to get ambient sounds, I'll usually just hold this up to this because I would say the microphone on top of this is better than that. But this is honestly, yeah, this is sort of obsolete now I've got this. I guess the only reason I'd use this is if I want to use both this and this at the same time, because this can go on top of my camera and record everything. So yeah, I guess you could sort of, if you have to pick one, I'd pick the H1. And the cable for the H1 as well. Yeah, and lastly, I'm starting to take this on less and less trips because this was my original camera. Well, not exactly. I had the Canon 1200D for a while. Then I got the Lumix G7. Then I got the A7 Mark III. So yeah. So I used to take this on pretty much all my trips because it was my A camera. So I'd have this lens 25 1.7. I'd have my 14 to 42mm kit lens, and I'd have my long something to 200mm lens, 45 to 200mm lens. So that would be a nice broad spectrum with a fast lens, a zoom lens, and a wide lens. But yeah, I find that on trips, I'm just not using this thing if I take it as a second camera, and it's a lot of weight to take this and a lens or two. So I'm thinking of selling this thing, but I'm still not quite sure. So speaking of adding a lot of weight, I might be getting the Sigma 20mm 1.4 this year, the E-mount. So if I do get that, I'll let you know, and I'll definitely make a lot of videos about that thing because that's an awesome lens. But yeah, that is what's in my bag. It's probably gonna stay pretty similar for the entire year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe to see more videos like it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.